legendary status. Big XL, Sam P's aka CM. Where y'all gonna learn, man? You can't stop what's inevitable. It's the incredible. PZ AKCM dropping jewels, but they edible. I ate my vegetables, but he ate my spinach. Riding with Vic again, so no, we ain't finished. Legendary status, so no, you cannot copy. Riding dirty radio, so crispy, also sloppy. Answer to the street, so we know just what is needed. Keep it underground, staying down, cause we ain't greedy. This is where you find what is popping for the culture, where we keeping it on pressure. Stay away from all the vultures. No scavengers here, just keeping it real. Big got it out the mud, but it's still so clear. So sit back, relax, and just let us lead you. If you're trolling for no reason, then we don't need you. It's Big XL, he can't be stopped. Riding dirty forever, the home of real hip hop. Ride dirty, tell me y'all can't harm. I did living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty. Ride dirty, tell me y'all can't harm. I'm living fly in the sky with the stars. Ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty, ride dirty.
What up, world? It's the Ryan Dirty Show. Yours truly, Vic XL. When we bridge the gap between hip-hop and everyday life, this is your exclusive show where we sit down and talk to some of your favorite innovators, creators of culture, whether it's through arts, entertainment, whether it's through philanthropism, entrepreneurship, music, whatever it is. This is the show where we sit down and talk to them and find out what's going on in their world and let you, the people, know. All right? Now, before we get too deep into it, I want to say one time for the good people at WRFG 89.3 FM Atlanta, our FM radio home for the past 15 plus years. Also got to say one time for the good people at live365.com. Please check out our 3 affiliate stations, WCRR Radio, Ride 95, and Onyx Country Radio. Please check out our affiliate stations, and the way to access those stations is easy. All you got to do is go to live365.com. Once you're on the website, you can type in any of those stations. Now, if you want to check out the Ride and Dirty Show, go to Ride 95. That's RIDE, the number 9, the number 5. Click on that station logo, and you're going to have music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. All right? Also got to say, man, one time for all the streaming platforms out there, Blog Talk, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Messy FM, Audio Mac, SoundCloud. You can go to any of your favorite streaming sites and check out the Ride and Dirty Show and check out all of our interviews. All right? Gotta say one time for everybody on the check-in over on Facebook Live. Now, other ways you can catch me. All right? You can catch me Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. The Ride and Dirty Radio stream. We stream live on Instagram, Bigo, Twitch, and 2 Facebook pages. All right? That's Instagram, Bigo, Twitch, and 2 Facebook pages. You can check us out Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Give you the hottest music around the land. All right? You can also check me out on the Country Rap Report. That's my podcast that I do with my partner Spank. All right, over on our YouTube channel, Ride and Dirty TV. Check us out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can chat live with us at 10 a.m. We do live chats on the premieres of all our videos, all right? All right, that's Ride Dirty TV on YouTube. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Ride and Dirty Radio. All right? Now it's time for me to do what I enjoy doing best, and it's giving you the people on the streets, the people that are doing their thing, moving, shaking, and changing the world. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is an interview I've been waiting a long time for. I want y'all to welcome to the platform, American singer, songwriter, record producer, Mr. Demi Dahmer. What's going on, my guy?
How's it going, man? Pleasure being here with you.
Man, I'm so glad to have you on. I'm so glad to have you on because I have question on top of question on top of question for you.
I bet you do, man.
All right, so look.
What you got?
All right, look, let's get into it. First and foremost, I introduced you, but introduce yourself to to the platform, to all the people checking us out right now on Facebook Live, all the people that's going to listen to this stream, all the people that's checking us out on WRFG 89.3 and Ride 95. Reintroduce yourself to the world and let the world know where you are from.
My name is Demi Dahmer. I'm sitting right here in Buffalo, New York. I am born and raised in Florida, so I'm a little bit of a Southern boy myself. So I like writing music. I'm a record producer. I do a lot of controversial topics. So there's probably some things we're going to get into tonight, especially about the Evan Rachel Wood allegations, and a bunch of other things that I have with my controversial song, Fuck Your Vaccine. So what do you got? What's the first question you got for me, man?
All right. My first question is, when did you decide to get into music, or when did you realize that you actually had a talent to pursue music?
Well, I thought that'd be way back in the day. Starting 2005, I had a punk band called Bloodshot. We traveled around a little bit. We actually, as soon as I turned 18, we traveled from Florida all the way up to Maryland. We did our first show there, and then we went to Delaware. We did a small show there at some crappy bar, and then we worked our way back. That band ended up splitting up after our bassist Jeff Keenan committed suicide, so that band was over. Then I started ghostwriting for other artists, like smaller artists and stuff, and COVID-19, I had nothing else to do during the lockdown, so I was like, hey, let's make a band as a joke. So I came up with Demi Dahmer, where I took the first name of Demi Lovato and the serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, and I combined the names together, and that's what created me, and it just started blowing up after that, and people like the music, people like the songs, and it creates a lot of controversy with that. It's a longer story, but I want to keep it short and sweet.
Okay, I have to ask, what made you take Demi from Demi Lovato and Dahmer from Jeffrey Dahmer? What made you pick those two names?
Okay, well, I like Marilyn Manson, for one. He took Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson and combined the names together. And I'm going to say the same thing he said. People like sex icons or women, okay? And they also like murder. So you take the two together, put them together, and you get the name Demi. So people are going to hear that name, Demi. That sounds familiar. And then they're going to hear Dahmer. And they're going to say, oh, well, I heard about Dahmer. I know that name, Dahmer. And they're going to look it up, and they're going to see my music. And that's basically what got people, digging in and looking at my music, because they get that little itch of curiosity in the back of your mind. What the hell? And then they start hearing all the shit talking or people talking about this guy or whatever, and it gets them curious, all the hate. And that's what I was feeding off of, is a lot of the hate, especially on Reddit. You go on Reddit, and a lot of people are hating on me because of it. They're like, oh, you're copying Marilyn Manson, or this guy's disgusting because he has a serial killer name. So you get a lot of controversy and a lot of hate building up on your name. It brings in views, it brings in streams, and that's basically, I've been researching this for years, and that's what I found out works the best. And then eventually you have a good following.
Okay, what do you have to say to the critics that feel like you're copying Marilyn Manson?
I just tell them, fuck you.
Hey, sum it up in 2 words, right?
Yeah, I do me.
No doubt, no
Yep.
doubt. No doubt. All right, now I want to go back a little bit, because you say you had a band, and you had a member of your band commit suicide. How did you deal with that, being on the road, being close to someone who took their own life?
Well, that's a good question. Well, first I didn't deal with it really good. I got into some drinking and some depression for a while, and I actually took that time to, write. So I started writing poetry and Started writing books and stuff for a little while as well. I mainly incorporated that into artwork, and that's when I started researching tattoo design and stuff. I'll get into that later. So after he committed suicide, our band split up. We went separate ways. Joe Carter went into the military, and now I think he's working on music again. Our other member, Whitey, he's working with he's in another black metal band, and actually they're pretty famous now. So we all went our separate ways, and I just started writing music. I didn't want to deal with band stuff then. So then I started ghostwriting for other bands and stuff and writing music for them, but I have non-disclosure agreements, so I can't say what bands I write for. But that's basically what I did, and I just took all that information and I stacked up ammo is what I call my lyrics. I stack up ammo and I keep them in a box, and when I come up with a new song, I just go through my box of lyrics, I mash everything together and see what works.
Okay. Who are some of your influences other than Marilyn Manson?
Let's see. There's a lot. Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, the Misfits, Iced Earth. There's another band called Beheaded. What's that other guy? I can't think of his name right now. You caught me on the spot. There's a lot of different bands. I'm not just into one genre, one style. Like Snoop Dogg is he's another lyricist I really like. The Black Eyed Peas, they're really good. I like their lyrics. So I get a lot of different styles and I mix them all together. Especially like taking some death metal bands like Cannibal Corpse and mixing a little bit of Eminem style stuff in with it. I do that too, and it's completely different than the other shit you hear nowadays, especially the mumble rapper bullshit.
No doubt. All right, now I have to ask, if someone gets to know Demi Dahmer as a fan, like what makes you different from anything else that's going on?
Basically, I talk to all my fans. I talk to them like everyday people. They'll message me on Instagram saying, "Hey, how's it going?" Some people ask me for a signed T-shirt. I'm like, okay, well, mail it in to me, and I'll sign it and I'll mail it right back. So that's me. I think that's what makes me different. I'm more personal. I don't mind if somebody wants to like do a video call or something. I'll pick up and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm gonna keep those vows until my dying day. So I'm on all the magazine covers everywhere, I will take the time to personally, maybe not all the time because I'll be really busy, but I'll actually take the time to communicate with my fans other than having a hired third party do it. I might not be able to get to all of them, but I'll definitely do it.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? That'll definitely keep you on the edge of maintaining your fans, because fans, number one, love to be a part of the ride. Number two, they want to feel like they're part of your journey.
Exactly. Yep. And I believe in that too. I've gotten to know some famous people personally, and they use bots or they'll use a third party company to communicate with their fans. And it's like, well, like one, two liners. I mean, that's not, even myself, I'm kind of like down about that. Even Cameo. I don't know if you've ever heard of that app, Cameo.
Yes.
People are paying $50 to communicate what they think is the actual celebrity, but it's a deep fake. That's what they are. A lot of them are deep fake videos, made by someone else. They're just licensed to use their face.
Okay. Now, in your bio on Instagram, you're listed as an American shock rock performer. For the people who don't know, explain to them what an actually shock rock artist is.
So shock rock, you are shocking people. So you're going to do something that is going to make the everyday, let's say, for instance, you don't like Christianity. You're going to make something that shocks that crowd, which gets media attention. So I'm going to say, so this is going to be shocking here, okay? Say I was on stage and I ripped up a Bible and I ripped some of the pages up and I wiped my ass with it. And I had a baby on stage and I baptized that baby in blood on stage. Now wouldn't that be horrific and shocking?
No doubt. It made me laugh when you said it, though.
Yes, that's the point of it. Like you got people, let's, for instance, you wanted to protest, during the riots, people were burning the American flag. That shocked a lot of people, like, oh, that's what I do. I F you, Demi Dahmer, this guy's a bigot, this guy's an asshole, blah, 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 which I've done it. I've taken pages of the Bible and I whip my, because why not? A lot of people, they go out there, they judge people without even knowing them. And they don't realize it says in the Bible yourself, thou shalt not judge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to be judging someone else. So how is this book true then? Follow your own words. Put your money where your mouth is.
I know they're telling you not to judge while judging.
Exactly. And so that's what shock rock is. It's more of like an art form, kind of like you're watching a movie but you're in the movie yourself. There's no other way I can really explain it. Okay, for instance, Alice Cooper, he's shock rock. Ozzy Osbourne, he did a lot of shock rock when he bit the head off the bat. Remember that?
Yes.
He had he says to this day he doesn't realize it was a live bat because he was high off his ass, but he bit the head off a live bat on stage and spit the head out into the crowd. And that shocked everybody. It made the news. It was all over everything. So you have shock rappers, shock rock rappers. They go out and they do a lot of stuff that shocks the crowd. So that's another good example.
Okay. And now I have a question for you. At this point in your career, what's the most shocking thing you've done on stage?
Most shocking thing I've done on stage would be wiping the Bible with my ass.
So you've actually done that?
Telling everybody that, yeah, I've actually done that. And then telling everybody that Evan Rachel Wood touched my balls.
Look, that was going to be my next question for you, because you've been very vocal when it comes to the Marilyn Manson, Evan Rachel Wood situation. Tell me a little, first of all, for the people who are not familiar with it, bring them up to speed to the situation and then tell me your stance on it.
Okay, so I'm just going to come out and say, I've known Marilyn Manson, well, his real name's Brian, for some time now. And so...
Hold on, time out. Time out.
Talk to me and my wife.
Hold on. Can I time you out for one moment? Can I ask you one quick question? Because I gotta ask, because I'm into pop culture and music. So I have to ask, did Marilyn Manson really remove one of his ribs so he could give himself fellatio?
That I'm not going to disclose that. It could be, so I don't want to remove the magic from it. It could be a shock rock thing, or it could be something he does just for his personal time.
Okay. Okay.
If I was to tell you yes or no, that would remove the magic and the mystery of the shock rocker.
Got you.
It is. So there are things that are planned for publicity, and there are things that are not. So I can't really say yes or no to you about that.
Okay. All
Keep
right.
that in the back of your mind.
All right. Continue with your story about. All right, you had Marilyn Manson spoke with you and your wife. I'm sorry for interrupting. I had to ask.
All right. So anyway, we've been talking for some time, and I wasn't going to disclose any of that until now. But anyway, fast forwarding to 2019. Well, Evan Rachel Wood, she's been saying something about she's been abused and yada yada. Okay, she's been saying this for years. Now, all of a sudden, Brian, or I'm gonna call him Marilyn Manson from now on, gets married. Now his ex is coming out saying, as soon as he gets married, she all of a sudden comes out and says, my abuser is Marilyn Manson. He was torturing me and raping me and keeping me locked up in my house, and he touched me when I was a teenager and this and that, and grooming her. But hold on. You were 18, 19 years old when you were dating him. So that would make you a legal adult, not a teenager. She's making the world to look like this little innocent teenager girl. And what I said in an interview with the Hiltonian, I said, a spiteful ex or a mentally ill ex can come out and claim rape, abuse, domestic violence, and ruin a man's career, reputation, notability, and his entire life without any evidence. Now, Brian's life, he's been kicked off his label. His advisors, his managers, they've all disowned him. A lot of his friends have disowned him. He's had to sell his $1 million home in California. And basically he's losing everything because of this. His house has been raided by the police more than twice. He's been investigated by the FBI. He's been raided by the FBI. Nobody has found anything. There's no evidence. There's barely any witnesses. And the people that do say they're witnesses, they don't have any evidence to back up their claims, no citations, no nothing to back up their claims. And his ex, Tessie, I don't know if you know who Vita Von Tessie is. He's even said he's good. He has plenty of exes that say everything was consensual, nothing's ever happened. So I came out and said, well, if Evan Rachel Wood can come out with no evidence and say that this guy has beat her, raped her, all that, okay, well, when I was 16 years old, I went up to go get a autograph from Evan Wood. After she signed my autograph, she grabbed my balls and looked at me deep in her eyes and smiled with an evil grin. And then after she signed the picture, she let me go. And that has scarred me for my entire life.
Have you got any response from her?
Oh, well, if you go on my Instagram feed, there's a video on there. I'm not going to say that disclose the whole thing. People can go on, they can check it out for themselves. They can look at my feed. I have an actual video screenshot scrolling my inbox. There's some interesting things in there. So you can check it out yourself if anybody wants to. My Instagram's Demi Dahmer. Can't miss it. I mean, there's copycat profiles. People are trying to copy me and stuff and pretend to be me. Just check my bio and go on, just Google my name, and you'll see my Instagram on my Google Knowledge panel. That's the real Instagram account. Click on that. Check the feed out. And you can comment on it all you want. But you can, discuss all that to yourselves. So, yeah, I've gotten some feedback. And I've also got a lot of hate mail because of this. A lot of the, Evan Rachel Wood fans are, inboxing me every day.
Okay, now I want to ask you this question before we get to this song. Talk about this song, because I have been on your Instagram feed, and you had a video that was very interesting to me. Slumlords Be Like. You having a situation with some water in your living quarters. Tell me a little bit about that.
All right, so Christmas morning, last year. This is a funny thing. Then this is another thing I hate about. You got these rich-ass slumlords, especially during COVID-19, that think they can get away with whatever they want. Christmas morning, now my wife and I, we have a son. He just turned 2. Our ceiling caved in. Crashed all over the floor, everything, and it was flooding the apartment. Caught our electrical outlet caught on fire. And kept telling our landlord about it, and he wouldn't do shit. He wouldn't do one fucking thing. And I'm paying this motherfucker $1,200 a month for this building. And he's just, I'm like, what the, you know? So we're finally getting out. We got a house, so we're not worried about that anymore. But he's trying to rent out the apartment now with a caved-in roof. Now this roof hole isn't like a little pinhole you would think it. It's a 4 foot long by 3 foot wide hole in the ceiling. You can literally see outside. And I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I had to take a leak. So I'm going to my bathroom, you know, and I'm like, what the hell is this chill? As I'm taking my leak, I fall through my floor in the bathroom.
What?
Now I'm on the 2nd floor. And we're in New York. I complained to the Attorney General. I filed a lawsuit. I did all this shit. And this man is 83 years old, owns 33 buildings. He's a rich white dude, okay? He is the definition of privileged. Getting away with everything. Here we are, you know, we're a young couple. We have a child. I'm trying to run a business, trying to make a name for myself, doing everything right. But then you get this asshole that takes advantage of everybody and gets away with it.
That's insane. That's insane. I got to say congratulations on your 2-year-old. All right, now, before we talk about this record that's gained so many views on SoundCloud, I have to ask, man, when I look at your Instagram, your wife has a look. She looks like a superstar too. Is she in the music business?
She's not. She's been in some of my music videos, and she's been in a few magazines for modeling. But she designs. Have you ever heard of the furry community?
Yes. So
she builds fursuits for people that are in the fur. She does a lot of custom stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she builds. She also builds leather suits and leather clothes, and she designs clothing. But she also does the fursuit stuff, and people pay good money for this shit. So, you know, that's something that she does on the side. We don't have, like, regular jobs. I used to have.
Does she outfit you?
She does from time to time. She likes me to dress up like a furry, and, you know, we go at it every now and then, you know.
90 seconds.
No doubt, no doubt.
Back Demi Dahmer, man.
No doubt. So look, man, I gotta ask before I let you go. Let's talk about Fuck Your Vaccine and all the spins it's got on SoundCloud.
All right, so I don't know if you got your vaccine or not. I mean, I got one shot just so I can go to New York City, man. We couldn't do jack shit in New York City.
60 seconds.
So in order to go to a restaurant or sit down, go to a bar. Excuse me?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, I heard something in the background. So, you had to get your shot. So they're mandating all this crap, and you have all these people waiting in line. Get the vaccine, get the vaccine, get the vaccine, get the vaccine. Now, I made this song. It's called "Fuck Your Vaccine," and it talks about everything from being microchipped to Bill Gates reading your mind, from a satellite up in the sky that scans the lines on your skin, and you're letting them in. So it goes from everything from that to the zombie apocalypse.
10 seconds.
Basically, we're being controlled by Nazis and communists. So that's what the song's about, and a lot of people, just to name fuck your vaccine pissed off a lot of extreme left-wing people and pro-vacciners. And I'm not saying not to get the vaccine. I'm just saying, fuck it. You know, we should be able to be free as Americans, or as people around the world in general should be allowed to be free, especially with, it's the same thing with abortions, okay? A woman should be allowed to decide what she wants to do with her body as well as a man. Now, if there was a mandate to go and put your balls on a table and have a lumberjack chop off your nuts,
Woo!
and that was a mandate for your health, would you do it?
No.
So, I mean, unless you want to, unless that was your choice, by all means, do it. You know? Same thing with abortions. A woman should be allowed to choose, you know, if you're married or whatever, then have a discussion about it, but all in all, you can't tell people what they can and cannot do with their bodies. Same thing with a needle. And if there's a lot of doctors about it not wanting to get it and refusing it for a reason, well, there's a reason why. You know, I got it, and I tell you, I was sick for like 2 weeks, man, right after getting that shot.
And
my arm burned, my.
You never went and got your second shot?
Go on.
You never got your second shot?
No, I'm not getting my second shot. No, I'm not getting my second shot. The way that it just felt off to me. Now, get it, don't get it. I'm not telling you what to do, but my experience as a human being, I got the shot, and immediately my whole arm burned. And I've gotten many vaccines, man. I got mono when I was in high school from kissing this. I don't know. Right after kissing her, like 2 days later, I was sick and I was burning a fever, 102. So my mom knew immediately there was something wrong. So I went to the doctor and he said, spread your butt cheeks. And I spread my butt cheeks and I was scared for their life. And he gave me a shot right in my asshole. And it burned for like 2 minutes. But after that, I didn't feel nothing, you know, and he sent me on my way and I felt better. I've gotten the hepatitis A and B vaccines. I've gotten the whatever, Marbella or whatever the hell it's called vaccine. I've been vaccinated my whole life. But this vaccine, just something didn't seem right. I got it, it burned, and it felt like stuff was in there. I felt it all the way from my elbow to my pinky to my big toe. And the next day I was burning a fever. So I said, fuck this vaccine, man. Fuck it. I ain't doing this shit.
How long did it take you to create how long did it take you to create the song?
About, let's see. So I work with different artists from around the world. David Dexter, he lives in England. And also I work with, on this song in particularly, I worked with White Bad Audio. You can check them out on Google. They're on Spotify. They're on all the major streaming platforms, and they make awesome music. I would say after everything was mixed and mastered and ready to go, especially layer my vocals. Like my vocals are probably layered at least 6 or 7 different times. It probably took around 3, maybe 4 days to record that song, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. If you listen to my lyrics, you can hear me singing high, low, I'm singing mids, you know, and then there's 2 other layers, you know, and then there's some that are panned all the way to the left and panned all the way to the right to get certain harmonics and stuff. So I put a lot of stuff into my music. It's not just me singing and saying, okay, you know, fuck it and throw it all together and that's good. No, I actually take time to produce my stuff. I mix and master my own music. I do my own vocals, everything I do right here at my own studio, and then I send it off to get double mastered by David Dexter.
Okay, no doubt. Well, look, it's time for me to let you go. But before I do, let the people know where they can hear the music of Demi Dahmer, where they can definitely hear Fuck Your Vaccine and other creations by you?
All right, so all you have to do is just go on Google, type in Demi Dahmer. I'm on all major streaming platforms, Pandora, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube Music, iTunes, all that shit. I'm on all of it. I have a CD out. You can get it on Amazon. It's a good press CD. You can buy that on Amazon. It has my very first hit single, Drowning in Maggots. That's another good one. Check that out. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. I don't have Facebook because I don't like fucking Facebook because they track all your shit. But yeah, check me out, and I'm out of here.
All right, Demi Dahmer, I definitely appreciate you. One last thing, man. What advice would you give any aspiring artist?
Use the hate as your leverage.
Ooh.
Use the hate, because the more comments you get on your stuff, the more friends and more real fans you'll find. The hate makes you famous, and it always has made you famous. The biggest rock and roll band there is called Metallica, and I was told this by a really famous person, the lead singer of Avatar. He said, the more hate you got, that means you're doing something right, because people are going to envy you, they're going to be jealous, and they're going to despise your fame. So use it.
No doubt. Demi Dahmer, I definitely appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time too, man. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was singer, songwriter, shock rock jock, Demi Dahmer. Y'all make sure y'all check him out on all social media platforms, all right? It's your boy, FXL. This is the Riding Dirty Show. I'll check you guys out later with another exclusive interview. Peace.